Siema, siema! Witam was bardzo serdecznie, z tej strony Sowanos. No i dzisiaj sobie zagramy w Vampyra. Nie zapomnijcie zostawić łapki w górę, subika z dzwoneczkiem, aby być na bieżąco. Wbijajcie na Discorda, link w opisie. A my co, lecimy? Mamy porozmawiać z Edgarem albo wypytaj o błąd w sztuce lekarskiej. I Gweneta. Dobra, może to zrobimy. Tylko pierw trzeba znaleźć. Tu jest tab, to taba nie chcę na razie. Pod V, dobra. A, to trzeba lekarzy i ten znaleźć pod V-ką, bo tak to nie ma ich nazwy. Dobra, no to porozmawiamy z nimi. Tylko pierw pójdziemy do... O, co tutaj jest? O kurwa. Winien żelaza, widzowie. Czy to pacjentka jest? Czy to jest nasza... A no, pacjentka, dobra. My szukamy lekarzy. A to co to? To bierzemy F. Kodeina. Bierzemy. Bierzemy to. Kodeina znowu. Tu coś jeszcze. F. Buteleczka. Dobrze jest. Jak na razie. Czy ja mogę znowu to? Salicyna. No skrzynkę mogłem 2 razy otworzyć, ale... Bayer. To można nieraz skrzynki po 2 razy otwierać? Chyba tak. Dobra, szukamy doktorków. A to jest ten, co go uratowaliśmy. Tam jest pielęgniarka. Tu jest pielęgniarka, może ją porozmawiamy z nią.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Nieźle. Pytanie o Londynie. Jak wygląda sytuacja?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Niewidzialny morderca. Ciekawe kto to.
Invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Czy ten szpital może upaść? A oczywiście, w każdej chwili mogę go
Do you
spalić.
think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Czy ktoś się wyróżnia? No oczywiście.
Anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
O, jebanego cwela, już wskazówkę mamy na niego, widzowie. Czyli za niedługo będziemy go dojechać.
No, I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end everybody is doing their best.
Goodbye, nurse.
Do widzenia, pani. Dziękuję za info w stosunku do jakiegoś peta. Ciebie? Czy ciebie sprawdzić? Dobra. Sprawdzimy jego. Ale pierw to musimy mu szafki przelutować, czy nic nie ukrywa przed nami. Półeczka. Bierzemy. Jak i te maski to bierzemy. Jeszcze ja tu widziałem jakąś i tę maskę. No. Opium. Jest dobrze. Coraz to więcej rzeczy, widzowie, mamy. Ale tutaj jest jeszcze skrzynka. Zanim do peta podejdziemy, to weźmiemy tą skrzynkę. Buteleczka. A jak buteleczka, do wszystkiego jest potrzebna. Opium. Tego nie da się. Tu nikogo nie ma. Nic nie da się wziąć. Da się chyba, tak. Chinina. A tu jednak da się coś wziąć. Esencja goździkowa. To musi być coś dobrego. Naprawdę. Dobra, ciema, panie.
Good evening, sir.
Co pan tu
I'm
lubi?
Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Twoje życie w Londynie. Co tu robisz?
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Nie miałeś ostatnio łatwej
Sounds like things
pracy.
have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Coś mi się zdaje, że frajerze zdezerterowałeś. Teraz kłamiesz. Jak wygląda
How is the
sytuacja?
situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Tu nie mamy wskazówek. Dobijemy
I'd like to
targu.
see your goods.
Wise choice,
Pokaż
Dr.
mi
Reed.
swoje towary,
A
ziołoś.
reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Strzelba. Ile obrażeń, ile kosztuje, o kurwa. A to? Fragmenty, tu jest to. Grubo. Dobra, nie chcę nic od ciebie, spierdalaj. Kolejny temasek. Ergotamina. Gdzie poszedł ten lekarzyk śmieszny? O kurwa. O, siema lekarzyk. Co ty kurwa tu robisz? Musimy porozmawiać. I zobaczyć.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
O. Twoje życie w Londynie. Opowiedz o personelu.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
O.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Jakieś pozytywne postacie?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
I jak wygląda sytuacja w
Pembroke
szpitalu?
Hospital situation. And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Najważniejsi są ludzie.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
I jeszcze raz tam wrócę.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital
Aby
is not
zapytać
exactly
go.
the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Aha, czyli że nie mogę wziąć innej opcji, która tam była. To chuj ci w dupę, jebany doktorku.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No, we must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Siostra, pan Brannagan się martwi.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran.
Jeszcze raz
Maybe
bierzemy,
you should think
aby
about
komunikacyjny
preserving your
zobaczyć.
strength.
Da się? Czy tu
No,
też był jeden
we
wybór?
must keep on healing all those
Bo jak
poor
też
souls.
jeden wybór, to
We
chyba
are the
zjebałem.
last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the
Nurse Brannigan, you don't have
Aha, dobra. Czyli niestety tutaj było jedno. Czyli zdupiłem lekko.
to... Goodbye, Dr.
Żegnamy. Miałem wypytać go o błąd.
Dr.
Osobiste pytania, co zdupia? No.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Kto to był?
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Czemu nie zaniechał pan praktyki?
Why not stop
Ciekawe.
practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Pomyłka? Jakiej natury?
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Goodbye, Dr.
To wydupiamy ciebie, frajerze. Jeszcze jedną osobę musimy wypytać, widzowie. Wina jakiegoś. No to szukamy jakiegoś doktorka, widzowie. Tu nie będzie. O, co tu się dzieje? Wydupiaj. Ja chcę szafkę wziąć. Jakieś randomy tutaj. Dobra, nie wezmę szafki. Halo, jest tutaj ziomek jakiś, czy nie? Niestety, tu nie ma. Bo ogólnie to szukamy tego kolejnego doktorka.
It's locked.
Długi list. Jak chcecie, to możecie, widzowie, sobie go zapauzować, przeczytać, a my lecimy dalej. O, to list do Pirpy. Tak się nazywa. Bez podtekstów. Tam jest krew, tam wyczuwam krew, ale to nie. To kiedy indziej krew. Teraz ja szukam... Tam kto? Grupa Hawkins, nie? Ty nie? Może to ty, doktorku, jesteś?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Czyli to nie on,
But I don't
widzowie.
particularly share Dr. Swansea's...
Ale jeszcze sprawdzimy, ile już nagrywamy. Jeszcze znajdziemy tego typa i będzie zakończenie.
enthusiasm
Dlatego
for hiring you.
tego chłopa ja bym o nic nie pytał, bo pewnie nas to
Not
kiedyś
overrated dabblers.
z nim będziemy jeszcze rozmawiać. Żegnam.
Thank you for your time.
Ja muszę znaleźć Gwyneth Brannagan. Podnieś skrzynkę. Może tu gdzieś jest.
It's locked, all right.
Tu jest krew w rzucie, ale nie idę tam. Grupa. Doktor Swesen. Do niego z główną fabułą mamy iść. A nas interesuje jakiś Gwynet Brannagan. A to czasem nie była ta typiara, widzowie? Ta, z którą rozmawialiśmy? Dobra, szukamy jej. To taka w okularkach. Trampek tutaj chodzi. O. Jest Gwynet, dobra.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Osobiste pytania.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Ooh.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett's in our situation?
Nie miałaś prawa.
Clear Dr. Tippett's name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swansea's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need
Popełnił
his
błąd,
know-how.
a powinien się przyznać i żeby go nie zwolniali. To
Dr.
tak.
Tippett must regain his confidence.
Ale jakby go zwolnili, to by chujami byli po
Doesn't need
prostu.
to know you found out.
Bo dobrego lekarza po prostu zwalniają. No.
Goodbye, nurse.
Dziękuję.
Call me if you need assistance.
Do widzenia, pani. Idziemy do pokoiku. O, ale przy okazji to się odnawia. O kurwa, zajebiście. Mój pokoik był tutaj. O, to też się odnawia. Dobra, to zanim pójdziemy, to zlutuję wszystko, co można. No kurwa, to się zawsze przyda. A tu coś? Już nie. To wchodzimy tu. Do naszej chaty. Kurwa. Kto nam tu drzwi wyjebał? Tu były drzwi, widzowie. Jak pamiętacie. A teraz drzwi w ogóle nie ma. O chuj. Tu chodzi. Dobra, jeszcze sprawdzę, czy mogę coś wykraftować. Zbadamy, tak. O kurwa, ile rzeczy mogę mieć. Na anemie można mieć. Na sepce brakuje jednego. I tutaj. A bronie? Można ulepszyć tą broń. Będzie biła 72. A ta tradycyjna, jak się ją ulepszy do drugiego. Tu wytrzymałość spada. Jednak będziemy chirurgicznym dosakiem lecieć, widzowie. I będziemy dodawać to. A, ja nie mogę ulepszyć tego, dopóki nie ulepszę tego. I tu fragment brakuje. A tu mogę ulepszyć już. Też fragment brakuje, dobra. Mogę przetworzyć. Dobra. Dobra, w sumie widzowie. Zapiszemy jeszcze. Potwierdź. Śpiulkolota zajebał. Vampyr. Aha, widzowie. My teraz tego chłopa będziemy za nami musieli uratować. Ale to w następnym odcinku. Bo on jest chory i trzeba mu pomóc. Dobra. To jest ten chłop, którego mogliśmy wcześniej odjebać. Ale nie zrobiliśmy tego. Więc... dzięki za to, że byliście. Grał z wami Sowanos. Cześć, cześć!